The untitled Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus series is currently scheduled to begin filming in March of next year. Pre-production well underway, though. On the latest episode of the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, Ewan McGregor revealed that he went to set of The Mandalorian to do some in-costume camera tests with the show's director, Deborah Chow, right, who also directed a few episodes of the first season of The Mandalorian. And he had a quote in this art on the podcast, and I actually got the verbatim here from our friends over at StarWarsNewsNet.com. So big thanks to them. But in quote, he said, "It was funny walking on a set because it was a lot like the Mandalorian crew I walked on. And for a big moment, I walked in the dressing room and there was my beige cloaks and my belts and my boots. And I was like, oh my God, it's my old costume. It was amazing." And so we bring that all up tonight because one more time, we get the opportunity here. Ewan McGregor have excitement about being Kenobi once again. Arezou, I'm going to throw it to you. Put yourself in the shoes of someone on set of The Mandalorian, and out of nowhere, you see Ewan McGregor as old man Kenobi walking out of a dressing room. How do you react?
I'm a huge Obi-Wan Kenobi fan, so I would probably faint, and that would be it for the rest of the day. But just I don't even know what would be going through their head because it's Obi-Wan Kenobi dressed exactly the way you remember him, and he's like standing right in front of you. This is not very eloquent because I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Like,
we love that. We love that. Get giddy. Get giddy. Get
so
giddy. Gideon too, if you'd like to. I'm giddy over Gideon. That's a shirt. Oh my gosh, Pete, let's make it happen. So let's explore this a little bit more though, because it's Kenobi in those old robes, but it's what those Tatooine sandstorms have done to those robes that I'm excited for. Pete, we're going to get a grizzled, mid-aged, broken PTSD Kenobi. Right. Does this help
it's
you
like
at
me
all?
After every one of these episodes.
You think? Really?
Wow.
Is it that bad of an experience for you, Pete?
No, it's wonderful. I love it.
When you hear his excitement, I mean, let's talk about that a little bit.
Oh, let's talk about
getting a little bit closer about Kenobi.
Yeah.
And this mid-aged form. Does this influence your excitement at all to learn about, he's getting dressed in the robes again?
Yeah. Well, so first of all, I think one thing to keep in mind, and I saw some stupid clickbait site run with Ewan McGregor confirms he's wearing the beige robes, and two things on that. One, did we think he was like going to wear like the Technicolor dream coat? No, he's going to wear obviously some brown robes. Number two, these were screen tests, right? So he probably wasn't in the final costume and blah, 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 blah. So let's get excited that he was testing something and work. Deborah Chow was there with him, I believe, on the Mandalorian set, testing out what he will look like as Obi-Wan in the volume. That alone is fantastic news. Add to that, on top of that, the icing on that cake is just how excited he seems. We talked last week about when he was on the I can't think of the show in the UK.
He was on the Graham Norton show.
And he was as giddy as we are talking about it and just excited. So I love that he's back, and I love that he's as excited to be there as we are to have him come back. And I am so excited. But again, it's one of those series where when I heard we were getting it, I was like, we don't need that story. And I can still make a case why we don't need that story and why I don't want that story. But I want Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. He could be Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan reading, the Tatooine phone book. And I'll be like, I'm there. Give it to me. So
I'm all for it. I'm really excited about
the story. I don't stand by Pete's comments.
and tell us why you don't stand by his dumbass comments. Arezou?
I didn't say that. I did not.
No, he's being a grumpy person.
Because my favorite character of them, like one of my top 3. There's just this huge gap of time where we can assume he was sitting there alone, just keeping an eye on Luke. But really, what was going on in those 20 years? We don't need the story per se to get to episode 4. Like, we get it, he's there, but it's such a fascinating block of time because he's dealing with his grief over Anakin, and he's dealing with the fall of the entire order, and we know he's talking to Qui-Gon. Like, there's so much good potential for drama in this 19-year gap that I'm so excited we're getting a little piece of it.
Yeah, and
when I say drama, I mean angst. That's a better word.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that I don't want the story. I just didn't know that I needed the story, right? That's one of those pieces of headcanon that if we didn't get it, it would work. but I'm curious. I am curious. Yeah, I mean, from a certain point of view, A New Hope. Just some of the stories that are in there make me want to. I want to see. Yeah, I want to see what they're going to do with it, and I also get the sense that it's not going to be. Look, Star Wars has never once delivered what the show is called, right? I mean, Rebels was a Jedi story, So, and Mandalorian is a story about a Jedi or
All
a
Jedi
Force. Yeah. So, what are we going to get with Kenobi? It's not going to be. Yeah, let's face it, it's not going to be 6 episodes of him sitting in his hut with his feet up watching Luke from a distance, right? We're going to get
but it could
so
be,
much
and
great
I would
stuff.
watch that.
Yeah, I would too if it was Ewan McGregor doing Obi-Wan. Yes, I absolutely would.
Let's go ahead and shout out Jared, the Dark Jedi, because he just gave us a $5 super chat. So, Jared, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jared. You are the best.
He says, just finished recording Knights of the Nerd Republic with Jerry. Also, the best way to honor Carrie is to vote, vote, vote. Much love. Well, we'll talk about Carrie in just a little bit. We're just seconds away from that, Jared. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by our list of ways to celebrate Carrie Fisher. I also want to throw out this because Matthew says Kenobi can sit in his cave for 5 episodes. I'll watch every minute. Damn right you will.
Matthew's
Why
right.
won't you?
I agree.
And do we forget? I mean, why have low expectations about the series? We're getting flashbacks. I'm pretty sure that our friends over at Kessel Run's Transmissions have also said that those flashbacks could involve a Commander Cody, could involve a Anakin Skywalker, a Hayden Christensen Anakin Skywalker. Yes, we're there for that.
I've said this 1,000 times, and I'll say this again and again and again. If we get to see Ewan McGregor in Clone Wars Jedi Knight armor from Clone Wars, the animated series in live action, I might just sob in front of my television set for hours. Yes, that right there. Yes,
Obi-Wan in his Mandalorian armor.
I'm gonna let him.
I want a Satine flashback. I'm not even sorry.
Wow,
I want a Satine flashback. I want Mandalorian armor.
Will Satine work though?
Just in flashback.
Oh, well, I mean, oh well, and you know what though? You're right though, right? Because he's in the desert. He's alone.
He's dealing with that grief too.
Yeah, so
that's like what
he lost everything.
Yep. And he's lost everything. He's lost everybody. My poor baby boy. He's going to be going through so much in these 19 years.
That's so funny.
I want someone to call me their poor baby boy. Okay, moving on. We want to know what you think, not about what I just said, because I'm alone, but we want to know what you think about Kenobi. Listen, we're just excited. Any news about the Kenobi project? Really big here on Beyond the Blast Doors Live. We want to talk about it. And yes, if we get to spend some time in the Dune Sea with our favorite Hermit Jedi, we're excited about it. Let us know. Live comments down below, or on the rewind, tweet us at BTBD Star Wars.
Thank you for watching Beyond the Blast Doors. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars conversation.